I just wanted to do a quick video on the difference between possession versus possession intent to deliver drugs or narcotics. I think this is an important issue right now because unfortunately a lot of people will sadly turn to drugs because of possible depression issues or something going on in their life, and COVID's not helping things by any means. It's just making it worse, unfortunately. And a lot of our clients come to us because they have a drug issue, and that drug issue starts because of some sort of depression or some something happening in their life which has caused them to unfortunately go down that path. So just a couple things. Simple possession in Pennsylvania is a misdemeanor. It's a ungraded misdemeanor, and while it's a crime, it's not as serious as felony possession intent to deliver. Now, if you're stopped on the street or in your car, and I realize that maybe police aren't making as many arrests these days, but they nevertheless are stopping people. If you are stopped in your vehicle or walking down the street for whatever reason and police find drugs on you, in most situations, you're going to be charged with simple possession. But you never want to make the assumption because, again, simple possession versus possession intent to deliver, there's other factors. So, for instance, the number one factor is whether or not police observed a transaction. So whether or not you received money is irrelevant. But if a police officer or any member of law enforcement sees you give someone drugs, you're going to be charged with felony possession versus simple possession, because that's more than just possession, you're actually giving it to somebody. So that's where the felony is triggered. In addition, if a police officer doesn't see an observed transaction, but when you're arrested, whether it be in your vehicle or walking down the street, if you have certain circumstantial evidence in addition to the drugs, that may cause you to be charged with felony possession. So the most common example that we see in our office is where a person is stopped in a vehicle, and in addition to having drugs, they have a large quantity of money, and also paraphernalia in the sense of vacuum sealed bags, scales in some cases, cutting tools, Ziploc bags, anything used to package up or distribute drugs could be used to charge you with the felony possession. Now, obviously, walking down the street, you may not have that much as opposed to being in your vehicle or obviously in your house or your apartment. But there are situations where police do find a person with a large quantity of drugs and money, and while they don't have observed transactions, that in and of itself may be enough to charge you with it. Remember, if you are charged with that crime, you never want to take it lightly. Even if you're charged with a misdemeanor, a drug conviction can really hinder your professional and academic advancement. I stress that to many of the college students home now, maybe not expected to be home and perhaps being away from your friends. It's caused you to try to experiment, and I just caution you, really, don't do it. It isn't worth it. If you're going through a tough time, seek the advice of a parent or a counselor if you need it. If you are charged, don't think because you're getting unsecured bail, you're being released, or when you do go to court, when things open back up, that your case isn't serious because the district attorney is offering you probation in exchange for a plea. Understand what you're pleading to. Don't just assume because you're not going to jail, it's not going to affect you long term. It could, especially if you have aspirations to obtain any professional licenses, such as a law license, a medical license. You want to go into law enforcement, perhaps. You want to enter the military service. Again, I've talked about this in the past. You do not want any type of felony conviction. Obviously, even a misdemeanor may cause a recruiter to have an issue with you. So again, reach out to a lawyer if you are charged. Remember, if you are stopped in your vehicle on the street, do not give consent. Do not make any statements. Be polite. Be respectful to the officer, but do not do anything other than that. If the police come to your home and want to search it, remember, any warrant Any searches done without a warrant are presumed to be unconstitutional, especially those done in a place of business or at your home. So that's all I want to say today. I hope you all are doing well. We are just here trying to service our clients. As always, we answer our calls 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. While we're not in the office, we are taking our calls remotely. 215-755-9000. That's a 24-hour number. If you need to reach me directly, you can also text me through the website. We have that capability now. Just go to the website, gambonelaw.com. Finally, my email address, alfonso@gambonelaw.com, is my direct email address. We're working on getting direct links to the site through the YouTube. We've had some issues with that, but hopefully that'll get up and running. I want to wish you all well and hope you're all doing well despite the current circumstances, and I'll see you all soon.